Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name's Deanna. Today we'll be working on week 22 of my 52 weeks of Christmas. And I've just kind of set some things out. This is going to be kind of a dual project, so it'll be a little bit longer. One side we're going to do Christmas, and then the other side we're going to flip it over and have more like an everyday type of home decor piece that you can hang on your wall. So cross your fingers, hopefully it'll turn out good, because I have not done it before. So what I've done is I have taken some chipboard, medium weight chipboard, and these are cut. They're 12 inches long by 5 inches high, and then I've cut three that are, let's see, what are they? They are 4.5 inches high by 3 3/4 wide. So 3 3/4 by 4.5 high, and then one at 12 inches by 5 inches high. I've cut 2 of each so it has some thickness. These are all glued together already. They have cut. And what I did was when I rounded my corners on these with my corner rounder, I just have the Paper Studio corner rounder. So when I rounded my corners on my paper, I then took that up to my pieces of chipboard, kind of lined it up before it was all tore up. Here, I'll show you on a piece here. Oh, scrap piece. Here we go. A punch with my mouse. That's funny, isn't it? All right, so I rounded my corners, and then I would bring these up to the squared edge and make a mark with my pencil, and then I would just cut it with my scissors. And my scissors did cut the double width. I waited to glue this one together so I could do it with you. Now, of course, you can see that I had white chipboard. I then took it and I used my Ranger walnut stain ink pad with my little sponge and rubbed around the edges, and then I also did the very outside edge. Oops. The very outside edge to create a dark, see this whole outside edge here, so that I didn't have to paint it or anything, so it was just easy for me to just go along here and do that whole edge, as well as, oops, I think I got this upside down. I do. I have pre-punched my holes using my hang on here, let me get this, using my big punch here. So what I did was I just measured in for the top. I measured in 1 inch in from my outside edge, and then I measured down 1/2 inch, and I just made a mark. So on the bottom, what I did was I went up 3/8 of an inch, and I just kind of lightly drew a straight line. That way I knew what my center one was. Then I measured in 1 inch from this end, and then 1 inch from the, well, actually, no, what I did was I did these. So I measured in 1 inch from each edge. Measured in 1 inch from this edge, and then I moved my ruler, measured in 1 inch from this edge. These are the same, 3/8 of an inch down. Then I took these and lined them up. I held a ruler up against this edge, lined it up with my line that went through here, and then I made a circle through the punch things of these, just so I knew. And then, so I did my 2 outside ones, and then I centered my, I just brought this one up, kind of eyeballed the center, and then made the marks. So that's how I did that. All right. This is glued together. I've pre-cut some jute twine that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I've pre-cut those in lengths and tied knots in 1 of each end. I've got 6 of the short ones for these, and then I've got 1 long one for the top here. So. And then I took This is an older pack. It's a Recollections pack, Botanical Noel. So I just went through and there was lots I liked, but I ended up choosing, where is it, if I can find it, that one right there. So I chose this one here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me go this way. Here we go. There we go. I chose that one. Cut the bottom. And I stayed, I want to say, what did I end up with? Okay. I think I did 4 5/8 high. So I took off 3/8 on each end. So made it 3/8 of an inch shorter all the way around on these. So, all right. Okay, so I've selected some other things. These were in my stash. They were from a pick. They had a little plastic center. I pulled that off and then just glued a little gold ball on those. I put a couple, pre-put some gems on here from my Hobby Lobby gem pack that comes in the jewelry department. I just chose some small ones of those. This Noel is from my stash. It was in a pack of wood things. I have used a gold paint pen to paint this and the snowflake that was also in my stash. I cut a bow from my Cricut using a dark red and then a gold glitter paper. And then just some little pieces of picks and stuff here that we're going to glue on. So I think that is everything. Like I said, these were cut, had a 3/8 of an inch smaller. So then you get, and then just split the difference when you lay it on there. So, okay. All right, let's go ahead and glue these down, and then we'll use the punch to go in and punch out the holes that we need to punch. So we'll use art glitter glue for this base. And then all the bigger stuff we'll use hot glue. And I just roughed the edges. I distressed them. I used, some of it I used my Tim Holtz, but I really wanted to get it done quicker, so I used my edge of my scissors, which I think is just easier for me because that's what I typically used. And then to try to switch over to a new tool. But I keep practicing with it. I'm not giving up on it. I like the idea of it not cutting me. And then I just kind of rolled up the edges. And my outside, let me move that down just a little bit. My outside edge, I was going to do that on the other side. Oh, because of this paint here. Let me see. What do I got? Where's my paper towel? There we go. We're going to do something on the other side, so I'm not worried about that. I just don't want it to stick into my table. There we go. The outside edge, I took some Deco Art, and I'll show you in a second here. Regular gold paint. And I used my sponge like I would with my ink. I just got a new sponge and laid it on there. And I took some of the paint. There we go. Took some of the paint and put it on just a scrap piece of paper. And then this is the paint. Dazzling Metallics, Emperor's Gold. And then I just took a new pad, put it on here, and then just ran the gold paint along the edge. I tried one of my gold ink pads, and it just wasn't enough. So, and I just rubbed the edges after, you know, when I cut them and stuff, just to curl them up a little bit. Okay. All right, let's go ahead to this next one here. We'll get these all glued on, and then we'll go ahead and punch it out and finish up. And I'm hoping that, I'm kind of worried about it being too thick, laying up against the wall. I'm just going to sit those back on there because of the embellishments I'm putting on. So, but I think it'll be okay. I think I will. I think it'll stick out from the wall a little bit, but you won't notice it that much. I'm hoping. I'm going to try it. Don't know until we try, right? Worst case scenario, I can pull the embellishments off the back and still have my Christmas thing in the front. So. And I did the same thing. I distressed the edges of these, curled them, and used the paint on them just to get... This one was plain. It was the centerpiece. This was at the very top. And then this one was from this area here on the piece of paper. And this just happened to be in the middle. So I cut it so I could utilize this corner and this corner because all the rest was just white. But I think once we get these other things on here, that's not going to matter. All right. I want to punch these first. So let me bring this in here. It's very humid today. For some reason, it's not warm out. It's just very humid. All right, so I'm just going to kind of line these up in there. And I used the bigger one. I'm going to bring it down so it fits exactly in the hole where it was before. And then just punch that out. I don't need to make the hole bigger. There. All right. This one, I only need one punched out, so I'm going to flip it over so I can see it. Get this up on here where it's level. Bring it down. And I know it's hard for you to see, but let me lift it here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just running it right back through that same hole. There we go. All right. Makes it a little easy. This one needs 2 of them. All right, and I wanted to do this together so you could see, and with the other holes, I just matched them up with the my lines, and they punched out pretty good. Okay. Now we'll probably have to go through and punch the holes on the other ones, but we can mark those, I think, with the paper. I'm hoping. Okay. Got those. Let's see here. 2 more. A little bit of glue on there, I think, so they're kind of sticking in the hole there. There we go. There we go. All right, let's get those out of our way here. Okay. All right. Let's put that up there. Get these realigned here. My Noel was here, I think. Oh, that's cute. That said Noel. This is Noel. So let's go ahead and bring hot glue gun over here. And we're going to get going on these. I want to, and I don't want anything hanging over because I don't want it seen from the other side. So I think kind of like that. All right, let me get some glue on that bow. And I have a bow for the other side too. So that's why I decided to put a bow on this side. Oops. Let's see here. Get that glue out of there. There we go. Now, I think I'm just going to try to get some little dabs of glue on here to hold this down. Hopefully it's not visible. Let's get you in there. There. back here. There we go. And I wanted to pre-glue those gems so they had time to dry before we got going here. And I think my Noel, I'm going to put kind of like that. And I think I'm just going to use my art glitter glue on here. Maybe. Hope my volume is up high enough. Looks like it is. So I had moved my my laptop, there we go, off to the side on my cart. So I was kind of worried about the volume. And all right, got that. And then these are just little pieces of the pine cone centers, my little pine cones, and they're just nipped out. They look like miniature rosebuds. So we're just going to kind of glue those in this corner here. A little three there. Let's see here. All right. There we go. Just a little stack of 3 there. Okay. That one, that one, that one. This one is going to have a flower. And then I've just got these little pieces of red berries off of a pick that I've trimmed. Let's go ahead and put that flower there. Like I said, I pulled the plastic piece out of here because it made it sit up so high. And I thought, I don't want it to sit that high. And I thought, well, then I'll just put one of those, pulled a pick apart that had a gem on it, or those little balls on it. And I found one that had the tiny ones. So I thought, well, that's perfect. And I'm just putting a little glue on there. Trying to get these like that. Whoops, wants to curl up. Let's see if I can get this in there. There we go. There we go. Whoa. Oh, man. Let me see if I can get that off of there real quick. There we go. Dropped right on that flower petal. There we go. I think we got it. All right. Then I think I'm just going to put this right down at the bottom here. Maybe it. Yeah, I think I'm going to try it. Let's see here. Look at you right there. Just kind of pressing on it. Hold it in place a little bit. When you cut them, this little floret comes from cutting these apart. Like I'll go down in there 3 or 4 and then take my little pliers. So I'll get right in there. And then I'll cut it off of there. But see how it breaks apart? Because they're so dry. It works better when they're not so dry. When they're this dry, they just want to break apart. But that's how I get those little florets. I just go in there and cut them off. And came up with that idea years ago when my youngest son was getting married. They were going to do like a nature themed type. We did pine reefs, and we did, I'll have to bring them up sometime and show you. We did, what do they call them? Topiaries with the pines, and I cut hundreds of these to glue around balls to create topiaries for the window displays. So, all right, so I got these leaves that come off of the same pick. We're just going to kind of put a little hot glue, get these down. Just got 2, like that. All right, ouch. Now this little piece of pine, I completely cut all the stuff off the back because I didn't want it sticking up. But I did want that look of that pine to bring out. So let's go ahead and get some glue on here. There we go. We're just going to put that in there like that. And then this is going to go right over top of that off the center. So let's put some glue on there. Just like that. We'll kind of hold that down. Let it sit there a little bit. And then we got the pine coming out and the flower. Now I had another one here that I thought I'd cover that flower with there. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to cover that. We don't want to cover up our letters there. Okay, and then I do have some of these I wanted to glue on, I think. Just a couple here and there, maybe. Maybe do a trio of these here. Up in here. Looks high. Try to find the ones that don't look so high. Good luck, huh? There we go. So we got 3 of those there. Creates a nice look. All right. So I'm going to wait to add these until we're done with the other. All right. So now let's get our other pieces. And let's go ahead and start with our upper board. Get some glue strings there. I got to be careful of these the most because they're going to break the easiest, okay? So we're going to set that like that. All right, so for this piece, I have, this is from, let me grab it. It's Kaiser Craft. I set them aside thinking I didn't need them, and I do need them. Let me see where I set those. Come on, Kaiser Craft, where are you? There they are. Goodness sakes. All right, so it is from the Mademoiselle collection. And I used this one here. So that is, let's see if it's got something. Timeless one, PS458. So this is an older line, but I've got lots of pages like that. So I cut the bottom of that off. These flowers here are all Primas. These are from an older pack from a thing I did that I didn't use them on. I don't remember what it was. And then these are from a newer pack that I just opened. Flower clippings, item number 594367, but they all are Prima on this. Okay, so let me see here. So this, I took my Tim Holtz stencil and put it on there, and you can see I wanted to get some other textures and stuff going. Can you see? There it is. So I took my Studio 490 embossing paste, and I laid this on there, and then I just took my spatula, which I don't see, it was my Cricut spatula, so it's just a little bit longer than this one. And then I just push it through on the stencil, lift up my stencil, and I did that on this one here. You can see it's got this edge here and this edge, and then the center one, excuse me, I did the whole thing And then on this one, I just did the bottom edge there. So they all got it. Then I took with my sponge here and just barely touched it. It was dry. I didn't put any fresh on. I just barely went over it just to knock off the white color just a little bit. So those are the ones we're going to use on these. So we're going to flip these over, and we're just going to have to be careful. And this one is the center. This one is my left because of the gold going that way. This one is the right because of the gold going this way. And I'm hoping that I can get that back in the punch without disturbing anything. If not, we'll do something else. But let's go ahead and get these glued down. There it is. Like as soon as I find my art glitter glue. So this is a little bit bigger project, but you get the benefit of having your Christmas, come on, and another display all on one thing. So I'm going to carefully pick this up here so I don't smush the stuff underneath. There we go. Again, I did the same thing, only with this I just used my walnut stain. Just use the walnut stain around all my edges there. And curled pieces, I tore pieces off and that kind of stuff. I did this yesterday also so it would have plenty of time to dry, so I wasn't worried about it. I'm going to see if I can get this in there and punch that hole out. Let me see. For that one, and line it right back up again. I've got the Christmas part facing up so I don't smush anything. Oh, it worked. Okay, good. So that one's done. All right, let's go to number 2, the center. Just being liberal with my glue here. I just think these papers are so pretty, so pretty. I think the older I get, the more feminine stuff I like. This is nice, and I love shabby chic stuff, so, and vintage, and so. Now I made a bow for this one too. These are cut out of my Cricut. They're the 3D bows, and for these I did just light pink for the center, and then the background was the darker pink. I thought that looked good. All right, so we're going to go in and we're going to punch these two. See if I can get it over here so you can see it, or at least try to see it. Let's see here. Can we get this end in there? And my bow might be in the way here. Let's see. Okay, got that one. I don't know if I can get that in there with that bow. Let me see. There it is. All right. Perfect. Looks good. I just love to get that 3D. I like using other elements, you know. I just do. Pull in some other products and stuff. That's what I have them for. Multimedia products. I just like it. And again, I don't want to smash that stuff on the back side, so that's why I'm kind of holding it up and pressing it down. Just a little bit there. And we curled this corner here and pulled that back, tore it. Just make it look aged. All right, let's see here. Thought this would be easier than trying to punch them all, and then if they didn't line up, then I'm like in big trouble. So that's why I wanted to get them all punched here. All right, let's set these aside a second, and then we'll get this bigger one here glued down and punched out. All right. Oh, some clock pieces here. These are just, I think, are from Hobby Lobby. And then my gems are from Scrapberries. It's floral embroidery. This is from my stash. SCB 340107. So I've just got a brad from that, one of the pink smaller brads in there, and then just 2 of the hands for the clock. Get my pokey tool here, and I don't want to push on that for sure, so I'm just going to try to center where they've got that thing there. I'm going to press this through. I want to glue this down with the brad in the paper. Oops. My brad's kind of pulled apart a little bit there. Had it pulled apart so it would stay together while I was working on it. So I didn't. There we go. I'm going to press on it, and then we can arrange these in a little bit to, yeah. All right, so now I can get my glue, and then we'll glue her down. I have another one too. I hope I might have messed that one up, because that one was supposed to go on too, I think, before I glued the paper. Somewhere. Oh. I don't know. We'll have to see. I might be able to get away with that. We'll have to see. Did think about it there. All right. So we're going to kind of slide this. Does that look even? There we go. I don't want to press on those, so we're going to hold it up. Here, maybe take my squeegee here. There we go. All right. Okay. See, come on, get up there. All right, let's see. I think, see if we can get these going here. Same process. All right. That one's got a hole in it already. It doesn't have a hole already. It has a space because of where it's tore, I should say. That's not a hole. Okay. That one's gotta come out here. This is a nice tool. I waited forever to buy this tool. Waited until I could find it at a good sale price, because it's not the cheapest tool, but now I have it. I don't use it a ton, but I like that I have that option of going so deep to punch holes. All right. Perfect. One here. What am I missing? Right here. I've got one more I've got to get that I missed. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Right here. Missed it. There we go. Alright, they're all done now. Alright, so I'm going to flip this over. Now I have pulled, find my pin. Oh goodness gracious. I have got to get me one of those covers, those pen things, because I lose my pens all the time. Well, I know I have one in here, so let's grab this one. like my glue drying up because we're going to need it. So there we go. All right. So I have some flowers here. We can get rid of the Christmas stuff. And I want that leaf, white flower, and a pink flower, and then this light pink flower. And then maybe another leaf. Let's see here. And then on this side, I was thinking, oh man, I like the idea of that big flower, but it is going to sit so far out on my paper that this is my center one. I want to keep them in the right order. This is my right side. This is my left side. And see, it's going to be away from the wall a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. I think we will, unless that wants to tip down. If that's the case, we'll have to put something under there too. We won't know until we get it hung. All right, so this is from Hobby Lobby. It was $2.99, 341933, and it's just the burlap with the pearls in it. So I'm going to glue that right down there. So I think I'm going to lay a bead of this along my pearls here. And then that should hold it in place pretty good. There we go. Just like that. Okay. This one, I want to say, put that under there maybe. All right. Let's put this under there. I don't want to smash my pine cone things. There we go. Yeah, I might be able to just glue this one down. So this one is just a metal embellishment I got from AliExpress. And then I just took one of those scrapberry things and put it right in there. So I think we're going to have that there. And then maybe a couple of these flowers. What was I going to do in the center? I'm trying to remember here. This flower. Oh, my bow. My bow's going to go there. I think this butterfly was in this paper pack too, so I think I'm going to attach that down here. So we're just going to put some art glitter glue there and let that kind of sit there like that. I also have stamped with a stamp set, and I will have to pull that to let you know. Discover, Journey, and Dream. And then I stamped it with my walnut stain, and then just fussy cut around it. I just stamped it on cream colored cardstock. It's from, what company? Momenta.com, but it's put back in there and it's way at the top here. Let's see here. It's from, yeah, Momenta. I got it at Hobby Lobby a while back. So it's got pretty. So that's what I stamped those with. So we can go ahead and get those on. I just put some foam dots on the back. They were the tiny squares like this, but a couple of them I cut down in half because it was too much. So let's just put these in different areas here. I'm hoping this works out good. I like the idea of having something that has more than one purpose. I mean, why not? You already got your base done, might as well. All right. So let's just put this going like that. There, so we got Dream, Discover, Journey. And I think we'll glue I want that gold visible. So let's go ahead and glue these down here. I think we'll be all right. Just like that. All right, there's that leaf. I'm gonna just kind of put that leaf in that hot glue there. Oh, I don't want it visible from the back. There we go. And then I think we'll get another leaf like that. So let's just go ahead and put a little bead there. We're going to slide that right up underneath there. And then we got one more leaf here, and this came out of that same pack. And let's bring that off to this side here. Let's go ahead and put that down here, like so. Do our cream colored flower. I think then that pack will be used up, which is kind of nice, right? And let's do that one there. Okay. That's 5 on our upper half there. That looks nice, don't you think? Isn't that pretty? I like that. That will look good in my room. And then let's go ahead and tack. This is all tacked down. Okay. This needs something though. Maybe I'll have to think about that. Maybe a flower down here. Right there. Yeah, that looks kind of good, doesn't it? Put a flower there. There we go. Right down in there. Let me pick that up so I don't squish anything. There we go. And we're going to get this glued down. Our bow. Right here, I think. Hold up my finger. Got a little warm. There we go. Okay. The nice thing about thought about buying those bow punches, or yeah, dies, and I thought, you know, you only get one size. So with my Cricut, I can choose my size that I want my bows and go from there. All right, let's go ahead and put this. Metal dries pretty fast, so I'm going to try to get this right on there pretty easily. Like so. I just thought it had that extra decoration there. Here we go. All right. And then let's do a flower here. I don't want to squish my... I think this has got pine cones on the back. If it does, right there. So don't want to squish my pine cones. All right. And then this is just left from another pack of different Prima flowers that I had. I think I used this one on my... I know I used some on the mailbox. What else did I use them on? I used them on something else too. I don't remember. But I know I did. Okay. All right. So now we need something else on this one. What else can we put there? Let's see here. Flowers. I don't want to block that. Yeah. I think we can do that. Let's go ahead with that. I do have some more cream ones. These are actually Kaiser Craft ones. Yeah, maybe we'll use these ones. These are Paper Blooms by Kaiser Craft. F665. Sorry about the noise. I think this one's here. Let's get one of these and one of these ones. They're pretty. All right, I'm going to snip this wire off and bend it over just like I do with my small roses. Okay, let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, that's cute. I think that's cute. Yeah, I think that will look pretty. Let's see here. Is it too big? Just want to look at it sitting there. All right, let's see. Let's see here. That one and that one. Yeah, let's go with that. We'll do the smaller one. The rosebud. We'll do the rosebud and then the rose. The white rose. Or cream, whatever color it is. I like that better. Okay. There. All right. Well, that sets up. I'm going to go ahead and run my string through here. And like I said, I've got a knot in each end, one end of each one already to save time. So let's go ahead and pull that through. I'm going to kind of stand it up like that. And it doesn't matter to me which side has the knot in it. It really just doesn't matter. All right, so let's pull this. And I'm really hoping this lays nice because I think it's a good idea. Okay. All right. So I grab my rope. Oh, there we go. See, it's got the string there, and then you turn it over, and it's got the string there. So far we haven't ruined anything, I don't think. All right, so let me get all of these go in here. 1, 2. All right. 3. These I didn't cut too long. I'll measure these and tell you how long I cut them. Let's see here. About 3.5 inches. So that's what these short ones were, 3.5 inches. And that was compensating for my knot too, so. All right. And I don't know if I'll use that whole 3.5 inches. I might end up wanting them short. I left a little length because I thought, what if you want it, what if you don't want them hanging down that far? And I wouldn't know until I got them on here. So let's see what we got. Now up through here. And you two, come here. And then of course they start to fray a little bit because they've been through the hole already. Let me twist this to get it going here. And you can glue the ends. I'm going to hold this one so it doesn't go back through. But I did not, as you can tell. Gluing the ends keeps them stiff. Reach through there and grab it. Maybe. Push it through. I will get you. There we go. All right. Then I pulled that one out. All right. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Hold it. It's a bad thing about working with short pieces. There's another piece there that has to go through there. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to pull them up to there kind of close so I can try to get a knot in this. So right now they're up close, like touching the top. Give my fingers some room here. All right. Okay. I'm going to do the same here. These aren't the best tweezers either. All right. And then I'm going to pull the knot towards the end, towards this end here. Not off, just towards the end. Same with this one. All right. Second verse. Same as the first, right? I'm going to take a little glue and do each one of these just to make it easier on me. Alright, so I'm just putting that glue in those fibers, and then I'm twisting in the direction that it naturally needs to go so it stays twisted up, and that will help work it through those holes because it'll stay pointed. There we go. Rub the glue off my hand. Whoops. Alright, let's try again here. So push it through. Look at that. See how much nicer that is? Work smarter, not harder, Deanna. Alright, bring it back up here, right on top of there. See how I'm laying that right on there? Just gives me a little bit more room because I've only got a short amount of distance here. Alright, pull it. Pull, 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 pull. It's not a lot of weight, so it's not like it's got structurally sound for sure. But it's just got to be knotted so it doesn't come undone. There we go. Just like that. That's two. Let me see what we got going here. Oh, yeah, that's cuteness. Yeah. Okay. Can you see that? Isn't that cute? Love it. All right. Again, poke them through. Oh, that works much better by gluing those ends of that. Up on top. Go ahead and make my knot. And it makes it easier to get the knot through too. Pull that down to the end. This one too. I don't think this is really a bad project. And you do not have to do two sides. You can do one and oh, that's cute. There we go. So I'm going to try to kind of hold this up like that so you can see it. Just like that. And then I'm going to flip it. And then you can see that side too. There we go. So that is the full thing. I like it. I definitely like it. I would do another one of these. And these, my chipboard pieces were just scraps that I had cut off. Because once you cut a 12 by 12 down for one of your books, then you get some of these bigger pieces. So I had this piece and then these were a little bit smaller. So yeah, I think it's cute. I hope you like it too. So again, this is week number 22 of my 52 weeks of Christmas. It's my challenge that I have for myself. I appreciate you joining in, following along. If you would subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. I really appreciate all those who subscribe to my channel. And thank you for following along with my different projects. And a thumbs up is always appreciated. And till the next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.